Well. You guys, so happy to see you. Welcome to the Kellie Kitchen, where we have food, health, and fun. I've been here for like 48, 72 hours. I don't even know, but it has been quite the interesting situation, you guys. So welcome to the Kellie Kitchen, because we're going to keep this thing going because we need to have some food and some health and some fun. Hi, Atsuko. Thanks for coming and watching. It's so crazy. It's such a crazy time. Thank you so much for coming to see what we have going here. I actually really struggled with what I was going to share with you guys tonight because just like everyone else, I am batch cooking and rationing and kind of keeping an eye on what's going on in the supermarkets. Hi, Julie. And surprisingly, the supermarkets are, I've seen them when they've been completely wiped out, and then I've seen them the next day completely stocked again. So I'm not super worried. I have always sort of batch cooked and bought groceries along the way. So I've got plenty of eggs, plenty of toilet paper. But I am rationing some stuff, and I have so much stuff in my freezer that, I could name off of like 10 meals that are just ready to go. But tonight we're going to make 3 things. Who's coming to see me? Hi, Linda. Well, yes, we're going to have some stress relief because I actually am still working. Luckily, I'm able to work remotely from home in my home office. And so this is definitely a stress relief to come in and do some cooking with you guys. So we're going to do 3 things that I can kind of batch cook them, but also we already have dinner made. So this is not actually our dinner tonight, but I'm going to make these things and then we're going to save them. So we are going to have a cauliflower fried rice, and I'm not actually adding any chicken or any protein. I'm adding some eggs to it, but if you wanted to add chicken to it also, or shrimp, then that's a great option too. But this is just a regular, simple keto sort of fried rice. And then I'm also making some lemon cheesecake cups with some toasted coconut. I'm actually going to get that started. We're going to toast the coconut over this in this dry skillet right here. And while that is heating up, you can toast this coconut. I like to use this thicker sort of flake coconut. I don't know if you guys can see the flakes. It's just a thicker, it's a little bit more of a chewier taste to it. And I'm just going to put those right in my pan. There's no oil in there. There's nothing in there. And I'm going to have that on high to medium high. I'll keep an eye on that. So this will be for my lemon cheesecake cups with toasted coconut. We'll put some on the bottom, put some on the top, give it a little bit of a crunch. And then my last thing that I'm going to make is my pickle rolls. And those are like a staple, easy to grab, deli counter type, low carb thing. And Peter loves to take those to work for lunch. But I'm going to have them in the fridge ready so that tomorrow when he's here working, he has a lunch for him. So our coconut is toasting, and we're just going to keep a really good eye on that. You could do it in a toaster oven. You could do it in your real oven, but I just figured since we're right here, we would just stay. In my cup here, in my bowl, I have a cup of heavy cream, and I'm gonna beat this till it's like a stiff heat. And we're going to get that going. Do you guys see how fast this is? Hold on a second. I got to pay attention to this because this is happening so fast, and I don't want anything to burn here, but my coconut, look at how fast that is going. It's really, really, really quick. So I'm just going to keep an eye on that. While that's doing that, I'm going to tell you what else I have here. So a couple of weeks ago, I think you guys remember that I got a huge box of Meyer lemons, and I didn't really know what to do with them. And then some genius, I think it was Atsuko, said, why don't you squeeze them and freeze the lemon juice? And so that is what I did. Okay, our coconut is toasted and look at how fast that happened. So I'm taking those off the heat. I'm just going to let it cool down over here to the side. So I took my lemons and I squeezed them into these little mini silicone muffin cups, and they're in exact tablespoon size. So whenever I need a tablespoon or two, I just pull out a little frozen puck of lemon juice and I let it thaw right there. And so I've got beautiful Meyer lemon juice. So again, I am going to do my, our coconut looks amazing. So our cup of whipped cream, I'm going to whip this until it's like a nice stiff peak. Hi, Victoria. How are you? Nice stiff peak. And then I've got a block of cream cheese that is fully softened to room temperature. I took it out today like around noon, and so it's super soft. And you want it soft, or else it will clump inside the whipped cream when you decide to mix those two things together. Okay, so our whipped cream. Our whipped cream is, I'm going to show you, nice and stiff. Nice and stiff. Hi, Slala. How are you? Okay, so I'm going to put the whipped cream off to the side, and now it's time for me to mix our cream cheese, softened cream cheese. It's got to be soft. And then I have a half of a cup of Lakanto monk fruit sweetener. You guys know that this is the one I love to use. It's granular, and it's a mix of monk fruit and erythritol. So I'm going to mix these two together. Whew, get a little crazy in here. And we'll cream those together. And then we're going to add some lemon zest and some of my lemon juice. We get this nice and creamy. Oh, that was fantastic. Okay, so there's that. We're going to do, this is one of my favorite tools in the kitchen. I got this probably like, oh, thanks, Sly. Who else is watching? Hi, Kelly. Love to see you guys. Thanks for coming. Break up the monotony anyway. So I got so many Meyer lemons, but this is one of my favorite tools. It's just a zester, and it gives a very, very, very fine zest. So I'm going to do the entire lemon. This is a Meyer lemon, so they're super juicy, and they're nice and bright, and they're sort of a hybrid between, I think, lemons and oranges. I don't know. Can somebody look that up for me? But they just give so much flavor, and we'll just do the entire lemon zest. You know, it's all about the zest it gives it that tangy lemon flavor. So we're going to save that lemon, but we'll put in 2 tablespoons of my Meyer lemon juice. And we're going to give this a quick stir. And one of the other things that I love to do to punch up the lemon flavor is I have this little product. I don't buy it in bulk, because when you buy it in bulk, like a big container, hi Wendy, when you buy this in a big container, they add anti-caking stuff, which adds carbs. So I just get the single packets, and this is crystallized lemon. It's just crystallized lemon, and it's not sweet at all. There's no sugar in it, and it gives you, if you add it to water or you add it to your iced tea or whatever, it gives a really nice, when you don't have lemons, you get true lemon. And it comes in a box of like 100 of these little packets. And so let me just taste this. Yeah, I'm going to add one of these. It's really, really lemony, but I want a real lemon kick, so that I get the sweet and tangy with my dessert. The next thing I'm going to do after I do this, I'm going to add my whipped cream. This is like one of the easiest desserts of all time. Wait, I got to grab my spatula here. this is one of those things that you could whip this by hand if you wanted to also. You can use powdered. There is a little bit of a grit to it. It doesn't bother me, doesn't bother anybody else. I could have powdered that sweetener, but I chose not to. I'm going to put in my cup of whipped cream right inside there. This is actually like only the second or third time I've made this recipe, so I know it tastes good, but I don't have all the calculations written out. It's just sort of something that I do have written out, but I don't have it on the website yet. It will definitely be going in the cookbook for sure. Lemon and coconut are one of those classic flavors that go together. And I think we're done. Let me take a taste. I may have to cancel right now because this is so good. Okay, just kidding. Not going to cancel on you guys. I need you guys as much as you need me. Maybe you don't need me, but anyways, we're going to. This is nice and. It's nice and creamy. Hi, Sandra. Thank you so much for watching my show. Keeps me sane. So this is our lemon cheesecake cup. Now you can eat this just like it is. Put it in these darling little, that sunlight over there. I forgot the time change. We'll just have to deal with this week. So I used to, a very, very long time ago, used to get those little yogurts called Wii, spelled O-U-I. Anyways, whenever my daughter was done with one of her yogurts, I would take the cups and I would peel the sticker off and I save them. So I think I have about 10 or 12 of these. I think this recipe calls for, I think it'll be about 6 of these. We're going to just take a little sprinkle of coconut right on the bottom. Maybe like, I think it's about a teaspoon. We'll do it in, let's just try 6 of these. I think that should be good. I probably should have made a little bit more coconut. The coconut, that was about half of a cup of coconut. So that's going to go in there. Then with a smaller spoon, I'm going to gently transfer my lemon cheesecake mixture. You probably want to avoid the side of the cup, but listen, this is live television, so we're just going to make it work. And you're going to fill each of these cups on top of the toasted coconut. And then once you have them all full, you will add more coconut on top. And if you wanted to, you could add some lemon zest. I'm really shocked at how bright the sunlight is coming in here. I may have to take a little break here in a second and just close that if you don't mind. I think I will. Just hang with me, guys, for 1 second. I'm going to go close the blinds. And then as soon as I get back, we'll top these. Don't worry, I'm going to clean them up here. Hold on a second. I'm going to close these because the sunlight is so nice and bright, and I actually mind it because it's been raining like cats and dogs. Oh, Mac. Sorry about that. So it's been raining like cats and dogs, so I don't even mind the sun coming in, and it's been, even though we've been totally quarantined, we have been going for marathon walks every single day, and it's really been fantastic. And then our downtime here at home, we can stretch and lay out in the backyard. It's really fantastic. Okay, I'm going to get these out of the way. If I were doing these for a party, like a little party, I would probably double the recipe so that the cheesecake cup came all the way to the top. but this is just for us. So we're gonna just enjoy these a little bit. Okay, so then I'm gonna take the rest of the toasted coconut and just go right on top. You guys, these are gonna get the most beautiful picture, and I don't think that this is doing it justice, but lemon and toasted coconut cheesecake cups. They are fantastic. So after we're done doing this, I am gonna put this little tray into the refrigerator. And I'm gonna let them chill and firm up a little bit like little cheesecakes, right? So let me show you. Let's show you this one. So if you guys can see how you've got the coconut at the bottom, and we're just going to ask me to change. Yes, I just changed it. There we go. Lighting is much better. We've got the coconut at the bottom. We've got the lemon cheesecake in the middle, and we've got a little bit of toasted coconut on top. And next time I make these, I'll probably make a double so that it'll be a full cup, and these are going to have fabulous pictures. But these are going in the fridge now, and we're going to get started on our other two things. I know people make fun of cauliflower rice and or cauliflower and keto, but I have to say it's just so versatile, and it's a great side dish, and you can doctor it up any way you want. So I have 4 tablespoons of butter here. I'm going to put this over medium heat. I'm going to improvise tonight. I have a feeling the next couple of weeks we're all going to have to start improvising, and we're not going to have every ingredient that we need all the time. So when I went to my refrigerator to pull everything out for you guys to get started, I realized that I didn't have any scallions, and I was like, well, we're just going to have to do without. So it's not the end of the world. This meal is still going to taste better, and that kind of happens all the time. Like, even when we're in times of lots of huge abundance, you'll be like, oh, I don't have this or I don't have that. And the way that I make my cauliflower fried rice a little bit different is that I use celery instead of peas. I know a lot of people use peas, but they are high in carbs. And if I'm going to use carrots, I don't want to add to that. So I have a half of an onion here. I have finely diced that. So I'm going to put that on in and just get that going. I've also got, you'd be so proud of me, I'm using real garlic, for now anyways, until I run out. If you don't have real garlic or real ginger, you can use powdered or dried, that's fine too. Again, we have to kind of improvise here and kind of see how things are going. Our onions are getting nice and soft right now. Because they're a small dice, they're going to cook up really, really, really fast. Hi, Cheryl from Australia. Nice to see you. I got this is 2 stalks of celery that's going into my onions, and those are going to soften up as well. I know keto. I know that carrots are not technically keto, but I'm only using less than a half of a cup here for all servings. I feel like they add a really nice color and texture, and so I'm okay doing just a half a cup of chopped carrots. Now, we had these for another meal a couple of days ago, maybe a day and a half ago, and so these are roasted carrots, and I'm trying to just use everything that I have in my refrigerator. So I'm like, okay, well, let's just use some of the roasted carrots, because I'm going to use my bag of carrots that's in the back of my fridge for the carrot feta soup that I'm going to make maybe in a couple of days, because I don't have any more room in my freezer. So my onions and my celery are coming together. They're softening up. I'm going to add my chopped carrots. That's probably a quarter of a cup, maybe a third of a cup. It's just enough. It's not a whole lot. I have a tablespoon of minced ginger. Again, you can use dry ginger if you don't have it. I think that ginger is just a classic Asian flavor. And then again, I'm so proud of myself. I've got my real garlic. I chopped it up already. We're going to get that going. Ooh, some really nice flavors. Okay, so those are cooking together really nicely. You can get a whole cauliflower head and you can put it through your Cuisinart or you can grate it with a box grater. If you can find, oh, hi Gina. Thank you for coming. Gina got here a little bit late. We're going to fill her in. Right now I'm making cauliflower fried rice, but we just made lemon cheesecake cups with toasted coconut, and then I'll show you what we're going to do a little bit later. So our onions and our celery and our carrots are doing their business here in the pan. They're getting nice and soft. I have rice cauliflower. I'm going to actually use 2 packages of this. These are 10 ounces each. This will probably amount to one very large cauliflower head. And I like to take it straight from the freezer so it's still frozen and it still has texture to it. It's still a little bit hard. I find that when you let your cauliflower rice thaw out and then cook it, it tends to get soggy. So I don't do that. I like to take it straight from the freezer. So I've got 2 bags of the cauliflower rice, and I'm going to mix that all together. We're going to add some salt and pepper. We've already got the garlic in here. We've got the ginger. It smells amazing. And we're going to let the cauliflower rice thaw, and it's going to cook, and everything is going to come together. Now, let me just grab some salt and pepper. I told you guys that I did not have scallions, so we are going to improvise. I'm going to put 2 teaspoons of salt. We're going to improvise on the scallions. Now, I know that parsley is not scallions. I know it's not, but I think the flavor of this cauliflower rice won't suffer without the scallions, and I think that the parsley will add a nice green pop of color. And I just realized that you guys can't even see this. Can you see this? There we go. All right, there you go. You can see it now. All right, so we are going to mix this together. I am going to add, after I get this going really well, what I'll do is move all of the cauliflower rice to the side. And once you have it to the side, we're going to add a little bit. If you have a nonstick pan, you don't have to add any oil. But I like this pan because it's larger than the rest of my pans. So I have to add a little bit of oil so that the eggs don't stick to the bottom of this. I'm going to, I got to do a quick whisk on the eggs. Scallions are green onions. The long, skinny green onions. They're white on one end and green on the other end. That's what I'm missing tonight. And that's sort of like a classic Asian dish. I cannot believe I didn't have them. I always have scallions. And I imagine that I might have a bag of them just shoved at the back of my fridge, and I can't find it. So, oh well. Okay, let's give this another. Oh, this is fantastic. You know, I had a completely other dinner planned tonight, just leftovers. I made pot roast and with cauliflower mash, and that was for Peter's birthday dinner yesterday. And so I have leftover pot roast, so we were going to have that tonight for dinner, but I'm going to have this instead because it's just coming together. So it smells so good and delicious. So we have 2 eggs right here. I'm just whisking those super quick. Oh, spring onions. Okay. Well, I kind of like spring onions better than scallion onions. Maybe we'll start calling it that. I'm going to use, instead of using olive oil in my pan, I'm going to use this spray. It is an olive oil spray. And I'm just going to do this so that my eggs don't stick to the bottom. So we're going to spray that. We will put our eggs those are going to scramble up, and then we'll mix it all together. So I wanted to just talk just for a quick second. I told you guys that most of the time I just use regular soy sauce. Now, this isn't technically keto, but this is what I have in my fridge because this is what other people in my house that are not keto, this is what they eat. But this is, when I'm eating this all by myself, this is what I have. I have Bragg's liquid amino, and it's a coconut, what is it? It's coconut liquid aminos, liquid cocoa, something like that. Anyways, it's a soy sauce alternative, and there's no carbs, and this is what I use. So we're going to add some of that. Let me just stir up my eggs. And you know what I forgot? My sesame oil. Sesame oil and sesame seeds. I forgot to grab those. Give me a sec. So sesame oil and sesame seeds are one of the cornerstones of Asian cooking. And I am going to just be so mad at myself if I don't find those very quickly. You guys, I should know. Oh, here's my sesame seeds. Yay. And here is my sesame seed oil. There it is. Now that my kitchen is all organized, which I didn't do that now, but I did it a couple of weeks ago. You guys know that. So I've just mixed in my scrambled eggs with my cauliflower rice. The inside the cauliflower rice, if you're just joining me now, I have onions, celery, a little bit of carrots. I've got some garlic and some ginger, some salt and pepper. And now, while that is all, it's all cooked now. So we're just going to add some seasoning. Make sure that that egg is fully chopped up all inside of there. We're going to add sesame oil is like the best, and I cannot believe, okay, so you gotta bear with me here for a second because I have to open this. Oh, well, that was easy. What do you know? Okay, so we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. Oops, gotta turn that off. I turn the heat off because everything's cooked now and I don't want anything to burn. We're gonna do 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. This is dark sesame oil. And you want to do this towards the end so it doesn't burn off. And then we're going to do 2 tablespoons of the Bragg's liquid aminos. You can use, you know, if you're on you know, watching all the different products and trying to make substitutions, regular soy sauce is fine. Tamari is fine. You know, do what works for you. I am a huge believer in meeting people where they are. If you can't buy grass-fed, organic, blah, 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 don't feel judged here. That is for sure. Okay, so our fried rice, smells so good. I love it. Now I'm going to just make sure that all the eggs are kind of chopped up, right? So you get it kind of distributed. I'm going to sprinkle it with some sesame seeds. I'll probably use about a tablespoon of sesame seeds. Let me just measure that out. You can toast the sesame seeds before. You don't need to. You can buy sesame seeds already toasted. And voila, there is our keto fried rice. I'm just going to take a little taste of this. I hope you don't mind. We got to see what this tastes like. The next thing I'm going to make, which is super quick and easy, or something that got me started in keto and low carb. I didn't really know how to cook when I first got married, and it's been a progression. But when I started keto, I knew how to cook, but I just would panic sometimes, and I didn't always know what to eat. So I always knew that I could go to this, the pickle roll. So, hot. Sorry. I got a question here. This is a great question. Sandra asked, do I cook 2 dinners for everyone who is not keto in my house? The answer is hella no. I make what I make. And if there are non-keto people in the house that want to eat what we're eating, they can add their carbs to it. Like if I'm making tacos, they can add chips and tortillas. Or if I was going to buy tortillas, I would buy like low carb tortillas anyways. But I don't. If they don't want to eat, and mind you, I have older children, so that can be challenging. I understand that because when my children were young, they did not always like the healthier stuff. But, oh, you guys know what I forgot? I forgot the sprinkle of parsley on top, which I wanted to do because I just think it adds a really nice punch of green when our scallions, I don't have chives, I don't have spring onions, so we're just going to add a little bit of parsley just to add a nice green to it. You do not have to do this. If you wanted to add dry parsley, you could. Again, we're just going to improvise. So you can see, look at how pretty that is. Nice vegetarian meal, right? Fantastic. And this will stay in the fridge. I mean, we'll probably eat it before I have to even think about getting through it. We'll probably finish it, but it stays really well in the fridge. It's great as a side dish for everything. Okay, that is off. That is done. We already did our lemon cheesecake cups with toasted coconut. The last thing I'm going to do are my pickle rolls. Now, I really need to get this recipe up on the website because it is one of those, like, it's just a staple in my life, in our life. And it's so simple because everybody likes deli meat. And so I have about, these are very thin slices. When I'm at the supermarket, I like to get this sliced a little bit thicker, not too thick. But so I line them up almost like you're you overlap them. And then we are going to, you can use any deli meat you want, anything that is low sugar or anything that fits with what you like. If you like ham, if you like turkey, I just happen to have some pepperoni, so I'm going to add some pepperoni, and I'm going to lay these out almost like if you're going to go get sushi and you lay them out like the sushi chef. And this is your base that is going to hold your pickles and your cheese. And let's see, I have a really cool cheese here. This is a horseradish cheddar. This is Peter's favorite. And I am just going to put this right on top. It's like what is it? Like an unwich, you know, like not a sandwich, but an unwich. So I've got my roast beef, my salami, or my pepperoni, and I've got my cheese. And now I like to use whipped cream cheese. Whipped cream cheese just is so spreadable. You can use regular block cream cheese, but you must get it soft so that it does spread. And I'm just nicely spread that right over the top. Kids can help with this. You can make this the night before. I know kids aren't going to school right now, but you can make these things the night before school and pack them up. We'll just put that off to the side. And I like to take my pickle spears. I take them out of the jar and then I really pat them dry because I don't want them to be, I don't want the pickles to be like sloppy and slippery for my pickle roll. And then you're just going to line them up right here in the middle. You could add avocado, you could add onion slices, you could add pepper, red or green bell pepper into your little deli roll. Okay, so now this is where I'm acting like a sushi chef, and you're just gonna roll your deli meat over, and you're kind of like pressing it all together as you are making this. And then you move that to the side. Where is my, I lost my knife. I'm allowed to get a little crazy right now. Okay, so first I just go like a nice cut in the middle, and then I make equal pieces of my pickle roll. And when I pack these in a lunch, I pack them like this, and I pack them nice and tight, and then I refrigerate them this way. And I'm sure you guys have had these, like it's pinwheels or whatever, deli little, like a little, I don't know, whatever. But you guys, there are our pickle rolls. That went really fast, and I don't even know what to say. Next week I'll plan a little bit better. It's been a little bit of a crazy transition, getting everybody safe and everybody settled, and making sure that I had a place at home to work, and that Peter had a place for himself, and that my children were taken care of. But we are all well and healthy for now. We're doing everything we can to wash our hands. And I know I didn't do it when I was on camera, but I washed them just before I started camera. Thank you so much for watching the Kellie Kitchen. You know, share these recipes, share my page, share whatever. The cookbook is coming out. I'm hoping in the summertime it'll be recipes from the Kellie Kitchen. And we just love to have food, health, and fun here. So please come back. Any type of social media, it's the Kellie Kitchen. And I will see you guys every Monday night at 6:15 Pacific Daylight Time. And I will catch you later. Bye. Thanks for watching. Bye.